Here's a quick look at two realistic receivers that just came to me. One is the top one is the earlier one. This was made in the, I think if I remember properly, 1979, 1980. It's sort of the last all wood era receiver. So the case, it's a wood case and it's a proper wood case. A large display screen in the front as well. And the bottom one was a couple years later, 1982, 1983, I think, and it has the veneer, wood-like veneer. It's a wood, but then plastic veneer on top of it. This top one's about 16 watts per channel, and the lower one here is about 50 watts per channel. The model number for the top one is the STA 52B, and the lower one is the STA 850. Now, I'm not going to power these up. There won't be any sound tests. You won't listen to this on this video. There may be future videos I'll post with the sound test on them. This one, you can see it's starting to incorporating the LED lights. When they switched over from incandescence to LED, they didn't do it. Not very many companies did it right off the bat. They kind of incorporated both with LED and the incandescence. So you have your peak meter over here on this one, your output power, I think it's called, and the LEDs will flash on that. Whereas here you still have the meters moving back and forth. Now it's a matter of preference. I prefer the meter because it just has a nice vintage look to it as well. So we'll just go through them quickly. These, the power on for the STA 52B is a button over here on the side, simply pushing the button. These knobs are all heavy weighted proper knobs. Both of these are made in Japan, by the way, probably the same companies, Hitachi or Sony, or not Sony rather. I think Sensei did some, Pioneer did some. Anyways, and so over here you have your selector knob, your AM, FM, FM 25, and then phono and your auxiliary, your loudness button, your tape selector, your mono button, then your speakers. You have out, they say out, which is basically off, A selection, or you do A reverse, which is handy. A lot of the classical albums, older ones, I'm not sure about the newer ones, they, for whatever reason, they reversed the violins were no longer on stage. I think it's stage left. I have to. It's been a while, so it would come off the opposite speaker. So you have the option to reverse it, which is quite nice. Then you have your B, and then you can play your A or B together. Your bass, your treble, your balance, your volume, and your power, and the selector, there's my friend Walter, the selector knob here for your station is built into the glass. I think this is a hard plastic rather than glass. And then the lower one, you have your power button, same on the same side, but it's not a round button, it's a square button, rectangle rather, and you can select A or B, your speaker's off to this side. Selector is on the same side, you can see your bass, your treble, and your balance is over here, and then your volume. Now the loudness and other buttons are up here on this top, on this one here. They're both good receivers. They're both worth investing if you want to get a vintage receiver. They're both, you know, Realistic has their share of not so good audio equipment, but they also have their share of good, decent equipment, and these are decent. These are worth using and listening to. I like them both. I think we can go back and have a look back here and show at the back of it. But you see the connectors there for the speaker, and the older one are steel knobs. Then probably you can use your fork or your spade, whatever you want to call them, connectors for that, or your bare wire. And on the bottom there, you have the plastic input switch knobbies. I prefer these just because they're a little bit more substantial than these. Sometimes these have trouble and they actually, the spring goes on them. Anyways, these are these two Realistic speakers. I'll get them up and running and probably put another video, but I just wanted to show show you, and you can see the size difference. There's a small size difference. I'm not quite sure. I kind of like the smaller ones with a nice big screen. It's quite nice. The screen, rather, a screen's something that didn't exist back in the day. We didn't use the term screen, but it was called just the glass display. Great. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.